Welcome to another Sunday. Welcome to another mailbox. 5 figures, no boxes, all retro though. It's been pretty crazy. Hopefully you guys have weathered the storm. It's been storming here in Hawaii. For those that don't live here, it is pretty insane. It was nonstop last night. Well, the other night, sun has come up a little bit. We have flooding. We had blackouts all over the islands. But the one thing about Hawaii is we take the worst scenario and try and make the best of it. People went surfing. People played in the waters, in the little ponds that were created. We did our best. But hopefully the worst is over. I didn't have electricity for almost 24 hours. That's why videos were kind of late. Because the storms literally played with not only the power, but with the internet. So my phone was insanely slow. But things are fixed, things are working so far. Been trying to get a lot of work done on other things. Like finally trying to catalog the DVDs I have. My movies are somewhat done. I'm working on my import DVD set, then do my TV series set, go back to the kids TV movies and kids movies, then into the cartoon TV series. Little by little things are getting done, which I am insanely happy. Makes it easier to not only find DVDs that I might want to watch, but honestly to know what I have. At this point, I'm starting to not forget, but not remember if I have a certain movie or certain DVD. Do have another mailbox DVD collection coming soon. Do have another G.I. Joe Classifieds mailbox coming soon. Do have another mailbox toy drop coming soon. possibly 2. I am trying to finish my girls section. And surprisingly, I had thoughts on what I wanted, and yet it's still kind of escapes me. But I've ordered a few figures to complete it. Now I'm thinking about which figures I need to complete it. There are a few more figures I need to complete the shelf. But I am one step closer to completing my villains shelf, because I got Scarab. Unfortunately, the whole figure, except for the head, I think. No, the head too. This is one of the most insane toys ever for back in the day. It is smaller than the G.I. Joe figures. However, this figure is all metal. It's literally a Hot Wheels. Its weight is insane. I would say weighs about maybe 6 Hot Wheels. There's joints in the elbows, in the neck, of course the waist, the thighs, the knees, because it is like the Hot Wheels. The paint chips happen, and they're pretty bad. Would love to repaint him. I don't know if it's possible because it is metal. But one of my favorite villains of all time. Part of the Bionic Six cartoons. The feet, it's probably the worst part. But to actually have this figure is insane. So a retro carded figure that looks brand new runs over $100. We're literally talking possibly 125 to 150, if not more, which is pretty insane. But a lot of the Bionic Six characters, as much as the cartoon didn't have that much a big following, the figures themselves are insanely expensive. Thankfully, this figure wasn't that expensive, so I'm pretty happy. I honestly loved the Bionic Six growing up. It was a great cartoon for its time. I would love to see somebody redo the toys, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. But you never know. Would I collect the figures? There's a possibility. I mean, I have no room, but there is a pretty big possibility if it's priced right. Now, besides Scarab, I do have 4 more figures. They are, again, retro, and again, from one toy line, one cartoon. A cartoon that had 13 episodes, a comic book series by Marvel. I forget how much comics they had. I think possibly 13 as well. And like Scarab, the toy line for these were pretty insane for its time, because there wasn't that many toys that did it. I could probably name 2 other toy lines, and both toy lines failed completely. However, we got Darkstorm from the Visionaries. Helmet, battle axe, staff, the holograms work insane. It's the complete character. To kind of finish my Knights shelf, besides Darkstorm, we have Lexar again, complete helmet, weapon, armadillo, staff, I don't know how these figures will stand on shelf once completed, but Kravix, staff, this is a little bit loose, helmet, again another battle axe, like I said, I don't know how these figures will stand on the shelf. Because of the staffs, they are a little bit heavier in certain ways than most. So it's definitely a pain to get these figures to stand properly. And of course that made Kravik's fall. And we got Sindar. Again, staff, hologram, helmet, complete. So technically we're just missing 2 figures for the Darkling Lords. The pilots for the vehicles, which I do not want the vehicles at all. They don't come with staffs. It is so much easier to stand them without the staffs. Sometimes. There. But I love it. I do want the other 2 figures, Mordred and Recon. But it's... those 2 are the hardest figures to find complete, with the helmet, with their weapons. The helmets do come off for each character. I don't know if I want to take the helmets off. But I will tell you, Recon, finding him without the weapon, without the helmet, very incomplete, but with a working hologram, literally runs you up to $300, $250 to $300. It's insane. Now, Super 7 has published that they will be making new visionary figures, so I can't wait to see how they look. If done right, they should be about G.I. Joe size, so about this, maybe a bit smaller. I could end up picking up the entire Darkling Lords again. As well as possibly the Spectral Knights, although again I don't have a place to put them. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So we do have room for another small villain. And again, we still have room for a couple more bigger villains. I am liking how this turns out though. We got Shredder, we got Dr. Piranha, we got Darth Vader, Bloth from Pirates of the Dark Water, General Plague from Sky Commanders, Big Boss, Cops and Bison, Street Fighter, Doc Terra from Centurions, Tex Hex from Bravestar, Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, Overlord, Bravestar, and now we got Scarab. Dr. Scarab. I do hope to get another Scarab from Mummy's Alive. Dr. Doom will be right here. Superior Dr. Doom. Supreme Dr. Doom. Which still leaves about 4 characters. Well, 2 characters. Possibly 3. And then 3 more characters. Possibly 4. Still need to finish Power Rangers, Turtles. But slowly we're getting there. And then, yes, the Darkling Lords. We enough room for the 2 pilots. And then a couple more figures. But my night villains are kind of looking pretty great. I like how this is turning out. And Spawn in the back. This will definitely look pretty insane once fully complete. Although I don't know how I want to complete this just yet. I do know I need Conan the Barbarian. I would love to get a Beastmaster figure, but nobody has them. Darb with his animals. Definitely need to think about more knightish villains or knights in general to finish this up. Well guys, that's it for this mailbox. We'll, like I said, slowly try and get the 2 other figures. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you guys soon. Be safe. Aloha.